Welcome to Patient Zero. I'm your host, Branch Isole. Patient Zero shares a focus on personal, career, and spiritual relationship growth. The term Patient Zero generally describes a point of origin for any experience, event, or entity. From the moment of our creation as a spirit of origination, each of us becomes the patient zero of our lifetime journey. On Patient Zero, you'll hear tips and takeaways for healthier daily interactions to achieve greater success at home and work. You'll also learn how prophecy can educate, entertain, and edify, with an awareness about prophetic events, people, and circumstances, to help you know and prepare for God's purpose-filled plans. Living has always been about purpose. Purpose is about growth. Growth is about change. And change is about becoming more of who we can be. Not only who we are now, but who we can ultimately want to be in the future, if we're willing to step foot on the path of truth. With truth's presence in our life, we can face each Monday situation with confidence because we realize and understand life's issues will not deter us from the goals we've decided upon. But how will we know? And more importantly, where does this level of winning confidence come from? Well, in a single word, truth. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, recognized that suffering is the result of misunderstanding truth. Truth about the world, truth about ourselves, truth about our place in the world. As we transition from Life 101 to Life 101A, we become capable of seeing life's potential suffering as propellant to reach each new goal or each new level of success. You see, we each came into the world literally as malleable babes, knowing nothing, ready to be manipulated and molded by all we see, by all we know, by all we believe. Through the world and its ways that we experience Life 101 within the world, this is our template for our daily living. Societies raise us to believe what we are told while hiding or camouflaging truth. Our challenge and struggle is to discover truth for ourselves and then make it our new path. Now, some are blinded to the truth. Most have a veil over their eyes obscuring truth's presence. And many are ignorant, having little or no desire to discover, to discern, or to embrace truth. When we find the courage to remove the veil, the light of truth becomes evident and shines. Having gained sight by recognizing truth, going forward, we can now see our world with eyes wide open. But what is it that allows us to peek behind the veil? And what are the benefits of recognizing truth in one's life? Well, once we're aware of truth's reality, the world's lies, fabrications, deceit, and deceptions become clearly evident. As we begin to see and recognize truth, we automatically start to see and recognize untruths as the clear and present dangers they represent to us, to our relationships, and to our lives. With knowledge of truth, the lines are no longer blurred. We can now recognize value for us and for those we care for. Not knowing, if we continue to ignore, then the future suffering we embrace and experiences brings consequences of their own. Knowing truth, we now automatically recognize suffering born and held in abeyance by falsehoods. And more importantly, we begin to see that we can now know ahead of time, before we choose, before we decide, which response we might make in any situation. And that's the real power of truth. It alerts us to potential negative outcomes even before we decide what action to initiate. This awareness process prepares us to realize that our old pattern ways of deciding and responding are truly a thing of the past. By knowing and responding truthfully, our new operating process reduces the stress, struggle, and pressures of daily life. Negative energy no longer invades or occupies our life's space or activities. See, this is an abject lesson surrounding negative energy, or bad mojo, as some call it. It must always be somewhere, for the universe is always in perfect balance. Therefore, both positive and negative energy always exist in equilibrium or harmony. If you refuse to allow negative energy into your life or relationships, it will go somewhere else. Believe me, there's plenty of people in your life who dwell and wallow in negative energy zones. Why? They love the drama, they love the trauma, and they love the attention it brings, even if their own pain causes discomfort. They become ingratiated in being comfortably numb in their own comfortable misery. And if you consciously refuse to allow negative energy people into your life or your relationships, they and their negativity will go elsewhere and leave you alone. Why? Because truth's self-indictment is the last element of life they want to face, hear of, or encounter. As long as people refuse to acknowledge truth, they have an excuse that they can conjure up or to blame others, or to deny their own personal responsibility for their failings, their poor choices, or their inappropriate behavior. Staying as far away as possible from accepting responsibility for their choices and decisions is their comfort zone, as they prefer to rationalize away avoidance of responsibility for their words or deeds. The benefit to you is, once they are out of your life, by allowing truth to supplant their presence, your daily life stress, struggle, and conflict will be reduced as much as you want, all the way to zero if you so choose. Why? Because they will no longer be a drain on your life by consuming your time and energy, or by dragging you down in an ever-cascading spiral of self-pity. You see, we only have control over two elements, our thoughts and our responses. And once you choose to align yourself with truth in every part of your life, you will begin to see it expressed in every situation you encounter. Why? Because truth transcends all life and all understanding. Truth ties beginning to end. Now the question becomes, will you accept the challenge of truth's presence in your life and relationships, or not? You see, your life is your choice, but your life is also your responsibility. Embracing truth becomes a choice and responsibility. Thanks for joining me today. On Patient Zero, we share key takeaways for growth-filled living. If you know someone who could benefit from today's episode, please share it with them. If today's show has been interesting for you, please give us a rating and review. And to know more about my work, I invite you to visit my website, branchisole.com, my Substack page, branchisole.substack.com, and my YouTube channel, Branch Isole. Substack subscribers also receive a thought for today every morning, 2 Spiritual Christianity prophecy alerts every week, and an open mic poem short story every Saturday. as well as access to archived Patient Zero episodes, informative series, and articles. Today's episode has been sponsored by Mana'o Publishing and my book, Reflections on Chrome. If you're interested in knowing more about spiritual growth, Reflections on Chrome is the book or ebook for you. It's available at the website and from Amazon, as are all my books, ebooks, and gift merchandise. Thanks for joining me. Join me again next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at branchisole.substack.com for our next episode, Roadmap, Road Trip. Until then, keep growing and be in the world, not of the world.